Imagine looking up at the night sky, thousands of stars twinkling, galaxies swirling, endless darkness stretching as far as the eye can see. It's beautiful, isn't it? But what if I told you that this spectacular view is temporary? What if I told you that one day, this magnificent universe, every star, every planet, every particle, will cease to exist? Not just fade into the background or drift apart, but completely vanish? This is not science fiction. This is the ultimate destiny of the universe, a cosmic journey that began billions of years ago with a bang and will one day end in silence. In the grand timeline of existence, our universe is still relatively young, around 13.8 billion years old. It's expanded, evolved, and given birth to everything we know, from galaxies to life itself. But like all things, it's moving toward an inevitable end. The question is, how will it end? Will it fade quietly into darkness? Will it tear itself apart in a violent cosmic event? Or could the end simply be the beginning of something else? Today, we're going to take a journey through the possible fates of the universe and explore the astonishing theories of how everything could come to a close. Let's rewind time. Our story begins with the Big Bang, an explosion of unimaginable energy that created time, space, and everything in between. It was a singular moment that set the stage for the universe we inhabit today. From that single point of infinite density, the universe rapidly expanded, and over billions of years, matter began to cool, forming the first atoms, stars, and galaxies. Stars were born, planets formed, and eventually life emerged. From the tiniest particles to supermassive black holes, the universe organized itself into a cosmic web of structure. But just as it had a beginning, it must also have an end. And though we are somewhere in the middle of this cosmic timeline, scientists have long speculated about what comes after. To understand how the universe could end, we first need to understand one crucial law that governs everything: entropy. Entropy is a measure of disorder, and in our universe, it's always increasing. Think of a tidy room. Over time, it becomes cluttered and chaotic unless energy is constantly applied to keep it in order. The universe is no different. As time goes on, the energy that powers stars and galaxies will spread out, becoming less concentrated and less capable of sustaining life or even new stars. Eventually, the universe will be unable to sustain any kind of order, and it will slide toward maximum entropy, complete disorder. This is where we get one of the most likely scenarios for the end of the universe: heat death. Imagine a future where stars no longer shine, where galaxies stop forming, and where all energy is so evenly distributed that nothing can ever happen again. This is the fate known as heat death, the end state of a universe that has exhausted all its usable energy. Picture the night sky not filled with stars, but instead, total darkness. Every star will burn out, every galaxy will be distant and cold, and black holes will have evaporated into nothing. Over a time scale of hundreds of trillions of years, the universe will become a cold, empty void. There will be no more light, no more warmth, no more motion. It will be an existence devoid of any complexity or life, just an endless, still sea of particles drifting in silence. The universe will die, not in a blaze of glory, but in an eternal, frozen quiet. But heat death is only one possibility. There are other, more dramatic scenarios for the universe's demise. Another possible fate of the universe is the Big Crunch. Unlike heat death, where the universe expands forever until it's a cold, empty void, the Big Crunch is a scenario where expansion eventually stops and reverses. Imagine this. After billions of years of expanding, the universe begins to contract. Galaxies draw closer, stars collide, and everything begins to fall inward, pulled by gravity. As space shrinks, all matter is crushed together until the entire universe collapses into a single point, a singularity, much like the one that started it all. From this catastrophic end, the universe could potentially begin again. This is where the idea of the Big Bounce comes in. After collapsing into a singularity, the universe might bounce back into a new Big Bang, starting the cycle all over again. It's a tantalizing thought. Our universe may not be the first, nor will it be the last. It could be part of an endless loop of cosmic births, deaths, and rebirths, where the universe expands, collapses, and then explodes into a new cycle of existence. But what if the universe doesn't collapse at all? What if, instead, it tears itself apart? Let's talk about another, more dramatic scenario: the Big Rip. Right now, we know the universe is expanding, and it's doing so at an accelerating rate. Galaxies are moving away from each other faster and faster, driven by a mysterious force we call dark energy. But what if this expansion never slows down? What if, instead, it continues to accelerate until it rips the very fabric of space and time apart? In the Big Rip scenario, dark energy becomes so powerful that it overwhelms gravity. Galaxies will be torn apart, followed by star systems, planets, and eventually, even atoms. Space itself will be pulled apart until nothing is left, not even particles. In this catastrophic end, the universe wouldn't fade or collapse. It would be ripped to shreds, down to the very building blocks of matter. The universe would end in a violent, chaotic disintegration of everything that ever existed. But what happens after the end? If the universe fades into nothingness, collapses into a singularity, or rips itself apart, is that truly the end? Or could there be something beyond? Some scientists speculate that our universe is just one of many, a part of a grand multiverse where new universes are constantly being born and dying. Perhaps after our universe ends, another one will take its place. Maybe our Big Bang was the result of another universe's collapse, and the cycle continues eternally. There are also ideas of parallel dimensions, where countless other realities exist alongside our own, untouched by the fate of this universe. Could these other dimensions continue on after our universe meets its end? The truth is, we don't know, but it's a fascinating thought that our universe's end might not be the end of everything, but rather a transition into something entirely new. As we've seen, there are many possibilities for how the universe could end. Will it fade away into cold, eternal darkness? Will it collapse in on itself and be reborn? Or will it tear itself apart in a violent cosmic explosion? The truth is, we don't know for sure. Each of these scenarios represents a different path the universe could take, and each is equally mind-boggling. What we do know is that, like all things, the universe has a beginning and an end. And while we may not be around to witness it, understanding how the universe might meet its end gives us insight into the very nature of reality itself. One day, the universe will reveal its final act, but until then, we continue to explore, to question, and to marvel at the beauty and mystery of existence. So, as we contemplate the end of the universe, let's also appreciate the fleeting beauty of what we have now. The stars, the galaxies, our planet, all of it is temporary, yet all of it is extraordinary. In the grand scheme of things, our time here is just a blink in the lifespan of the cosmos. But while we're here, we have the privilege to explore it, to study it, and to wonder about what comes next. Thank you for joining me on this journey through time and space. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. There's so much more to discover out there, and I can't wait to continue this adventure with you.